Kingdom fungi. In last lecture we have discussed about the characteristics of kingdom fungi as they shows heterotropic in their nature. They shows extracellular digestion, generally grows at a warm and humid place. These are eukaryotic in their nature, may be unicellular as well as multicellular. In unicellular, single cell one nucleus, single cell many nucleus are also present. Then we have discussed in a multicellular filamentous fungi are present, and this filamentous structure which is called as an hyphae. Hyphae, it is a thread-like structure. If this thread-like structure is divided, or cytoplasm of this thread-like structure, it is divided by the compartment, in the compartment with the help of a septa, then it is called as a septate hyphae, or if septas are absent, it is called as a aseptate hyphae. That hyphae and that thread-like structure leads to the formation of a branching tree-like structure or thread-like structure called as a mycelium. These are the hyphae. May have a septa or may be without septa. If septas are absent, then you can observe in a single cytoplasm many nucleus are present. In this way it appears as multinucleated stage called as a koinocytic hyphae. The cell wall is formed with the help of a chitin and a polysaccharide, or also called as a fungal cellulose. They exhibit heteromorphic mode of nutrition, may be saprophytic, parasitic or predators, reproduce sexually and asexually by fragmentation or fission as well as budding. Then some are symbiotic. Symbiosis, in last lecture also we have discussed symbiotic nature, that there is a mutualism, both have a benefit from each other, that's why come together, is called as a mutualism. Some examples are given as that fungal and algal association to form an lichens. It is a symbiotic association of a fungi. Mycorrhiza, that the fungus, they get associated with the root and forms ecto as well as endomycorrhiza. Some mushrooms are useful as well as some are harmful also. Useful mushroom useful fungi. Mushroom are used as a source of food material. Yeasts are used in a bakery and beverages. Penicillium is used for the preparation of antibiotics. Some fungi are also causes and diseases to the plant as well as animals, and example is given in the form of a Puccinia. Then today we are going to discuss about the classification of a fungi. On the basis of their structure, mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies, the fungi are classified into different types. First one, phycomycetes. These phycomycetes are also called as algal fungi. Mycelium is made up of aseptate cenocytic hyphae. This mycelium, it shows an hyphae. Hyphae, it is a thread-like structure. This thread-like structure do not show a compartment due to the septa, so it is called as a aseptate. And multinucleated stage, it is observed inside the cell cytoplasm, so called as a cenocytic hyphae. They commonly grow in a moist and a damp habitat on decaying organic matter as well as in aquatic habitat. Some are also acts as parasites on the plant body. Example, mucor, rhizopus and bread mold are the example of algal fungi. Albugo is a parasitic fungus on the mustard, which is responsible to cause a disease on that mustard. That one, it is an example of the algal fungi. This is a structure of rhizopus, in which you can observe the hyphae are given, that which forms a mycelium, and from this mycelium the fruiting body is also formed called as a sporangium. Once the sporangium is get matured, The sporangium, it shows its growth on the sporangiospore. Once the sporangium is get matured, it leads to the liberation of spores, and these spores, when come on suitable substratum, started to grow as an hyphae and a new mycelium to form a new fungus. That one, it is an rhizopus. They have a root-like structure, not a root, rhizoid. Stem-like structure, not a stem. Second type, ascomycetes, also called as a sac fungi. These ascomycetes are mostly multicellular, rarely unicellular, and in that ascomycetes, unicellular fungi, it is an yeast. The hyphae are branched and septate hyphae. Sac fungi can be act as decomposers, parasites, or coprophiles. What is meant by coprophiles? The fungi who shows their growth on the dung is called as coprophiles. Morels and truffles are varieties of sac fungi that are consumed as delicacies. Neurospora is useful in genetic and biochemical assay. Neurospora gossypi, Neurospora crassa are generally used in genetic engineering and in the case of biotechnology for performing the various kinds of processes related to the genetic engineering. Example, Aspergillus, Penicillium, Aspergillus niger, Penicillium, and Saccharomyces are generally used in the preparation of antibiotics. Claviceps, Neurospora gossypi, these are the ascomycetes. Different kinds are shown in front of you related to the ascomycetes. These are also some examples and photograph of ascomycetes. That in front of you penicillium is given, and how this penicillium which produces spores which helps in the process of reproduction. These are the non-motile spore produced by the penicillium, and these non-motile spores are called as conidia. So these are the conidia in the relation of penicillium, and these conidia are helpful to form a new penicillium, asexual reproduction, spore formation. Here the actual picture. Then third type of the fungi, basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes are also called as a club fungi. These club fungi, they have a branched as well as septate hyphae. The thread-like structure shows branches, and into that thread-like structure the compartments are present due to the septa, so called as a branched septate hyphae. Example, it is an agaricus, that it is a mushroom. Agaricus bisporus, Agaricus sojarkaju are the generally used mushrooms in a food material. These are edible, as this mushroom is considered as a good food for the diabetic patient. Why? Because it is rich in a protein, it is rich in a nutrient, but less in a carbohydrate, so less in a glucose. That Ganoderma bracket fungi, Astylagus mut, and Puccinia rust. Puccinia, it is an parasitic or pathogenic. That it is an agaricus mushroom, single mushroom, it is shown over here. These are the many mushrooms who shows their growth on the decomposing material. Here the detailed account is given about that mushroom. Here these are the gills from the stem. Ring pilus is present. Gills crowded, brown but pink when those are younger in the stage. Then next type, third, deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes are also called as an imperfect fungi. Why imperfect fungi? Because their detail it is not known and are known only about their asexual reproduction. If you people in future find about the sexual reproduction of the deuteromycetes, then we can say these are the perfect. So only we have an idea about the deuteromycetes. They shows an asexual reproduction. Example, Alternaria colitotrichum. These are the example of a deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes are also called as a imperfect fungi. The next and last kingdom from 5 kingdom system of a classification, that it is in a kingdom Animalia. So the 4 different kingdoms up to 8 we have studied, as first kingdom Monera, second kingdom Protista, third kingdom Plantae, fourth kingdom Fungi, and fifth kingdom Animalia. If we take the kingdom Animalia, members of the kingdom Animalia are generally heterotrophic in their nature. They get adapted for holozoic type of the nutrition. Complete engulfment means holozoic. Most of them, they have a capacity of locomotion, displacement of organism from one place to another place, it is called as a locomotion. They have a multicellular in their nature and are eukaryotic. The cell wall, it is absent. Chlorophyll, it is also absent. Growth in the case of animal, it is a determinate, which follows a definite pattern and definite period also. In the case of kingdom Animalia, actually you people are going to study about the entire topic related to the kingdom Animalia. As in this kingdom Animalia, further 2 different groups are given as a non-chordates and chordates. In that non-chordata, about 10 different phylums are given as phylum Porifera, phylum Coelenterata, Ctenophora, phylum Platyhelminthes, phylum Aschelminthes. The next phylum Annelida, phylum Mollusca, phylum Arthropoda, phylum Echinodermata, and phylum Hemichordata. Mind it, all these are the non-chordates. If we take the next phylum, that it is an chordata. In phylum chordata, further you can observe 3 different subphylums are given as subphylum Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and subphylum Vertebrata. In this subphylum Vertebrata, further there are presence of 2 different divisions as Agnatha and Gnathostomata. In the case of Agnatha, you can observe these are the jawless animal, and Gnathostomata, these are the animal who have a jaws. These are come under the subphylum Vertebrata. In Agnatha, we are going to discuss about the class Cyclostomata, and in the division Gnathostomata, these are the animal who have a true jaws, upper and lower jaw is present, so called as a Gnathostomata. In this Gnathostomata, we people are going to study about 2 different superclass as superclass Pisces and superclass Tetrapoda. Superclass Pisces, all fish are included. In the superclass Pisces, 2 classes are given as class Chondrichthyes and class Osteichthyes. The next, in superclass Tetrapoda, tetra means 4, podas means legs. Tetrapoda means 4 legs, 2 forelimbs and 2 hind limbs. 2 हात आहेत, 2 पाय आहेत, टोटल 4 पाय म्हणता येईल, लिम्स असं म्हणता येईल. In this case of tetrapoda, further 4 different classes are there as class Amphibia, class Reptilia, class Aves and class Mammalia. So we are going to discuss about all those different phylums and subphylums, division, superclass and class in this kingdom Animalia. It's all for the today's lecture about the kingdom Animalia. They shows an non-chordates and chordates. Then in next lecture we are going to discuss about the acellular organism.